What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Corey Vincent here, and you are listening to Video Game Bang live. On the weekend, we have a very special guest, two very special guests in studio, local indie game developers from TableStar Games. We have the main man, the president, CEO, El Jefe. His name is Peter Hansel, and the lead artist, a good friend of mine, actually. We have shared the stage, one of the most amazing bass players I've ever had the honor of sharing a stage with. His name is Jonathan Camacho. We're having the whole episode. We're going to be talking about their game, Mow and Go. Despite them not correcting me when I call it Mow and Grow, these guys are so nice. David Webb is here. Lareesa is here. Aaron is steering the ship, which I can't really vouch for, but I know you're going to enjoy it. All that and much, much more on this week's
Video Game Bang.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang.
Video Game Bang.
Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Cory Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when the ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items in my job, he can play it right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game Bang.
The redo is real, everybody. And we're going to try this for a second time. Is the recording button going? Am I on?
confirmed.
Good Lord.
The red light.
I'm going to have to check that every single time.
You know what? You might have to. I mean, I'm doing so many things. You know how many hats I'm wearing right now?
No, I didn't hear any
So
of that
many
from.
hats.
I didn't hear any of that from Corey Prime.
I
I'll
just
tell you
want to
that.
know.
So many
Heard
hats.
none
You
of
sound
that
like
before.
Donald Trump. I do so many things. You don't even know.
I
So
wear
I know words.
the best hats.
I have the best
I
hats.
have a lot of money.
Horrible.
I'm very smart.
This is the Video Game Bang live on nerdreactor.com. What are you reacting to, everybody? I'm reacting to the second time going around doing this thing. And we've been doing it for 3 years.
Good practice.
Exactly.
3.5, Aaron.
3.5 years.
Let's get it right.
Corsair Gaming, come sail away with us. They supply all the stuff that you can hear our voice with, or that powers the stuff that you can hear our voice with.
I was going to say...
Yeah, that's why I said that
Yeah,
powers
Corsair
the
makes
stuff. Yeah,
microphones.
exactly.
this beautiful PC
Beautiful
down
PC.
to my lap that I kick on accident all the time.
Wow.
But still just keeps on ticking. I love this thing. The mouse that you hear clicking around that I can go between my camera, Derek's camera. Oh, Derek's not here anymore.
No, he's not. They're progenitors of mod mics, everybody. AntLion. They are also sponsors as well.
That was a big word.
Yeah. It is. It's on my word of the day calendar when I woke up.
I think it was the bad guys in Halo 5,
I
too.
have to use that like 3 times or something like that, and they say I'm going to remember it. I'm not going to, though. I'll probably never use it again. We have special guests on the show, and they're probably looking like, look at these amateurs. They didn't even record the first one. The most perfect
Yeah,
takes ever.
it was really good.
It was nice, I gotta say.
Jonathan Camacho, 3D artist
Hi,
at
everybody.
TableStar Games, and owner, CEO, head man in charge, Peter Hansel, everybody.
All right, hello.
They get to say hello again because it doesn't even matter anywhere. Just Cory Vincent is here, everybody.
Hey, what's up, pizzas? How y'all doing today? You know, if I had gotten everything perfect in my life, I'm just going to end it right there.
There it is. Exactly.
Things would be boring.
Lareesa is here, everybody.
Hi.
David Webb, you're here as well. Who cares?
Hi.
But what we didn't do the last time, we forgot to introduce the very, very special guest. They're always here.
Just didn't.
No. They're always here, week in, week out, everybody. The chat room. Say hello, chat.
Hello,
Hello,
chat.
chat.
There you go. Now it's a thing.
Oh my god,
Now
it
it's
feels
a
so
thing.
good to have
See
more
what
than
I'm
just me
saying?
saying stuff.
Patreon.com, everybody. Head over there, become a patron today. Help us, help you, help us, help you. Again, we are going to be giving away that free date with David Webb, box of wine and Xbox. There it is.
At Lareesa's house.
Web, box,
Yep.
and box. That's what we're doing, right? That's what we're
Doing
going to call
box.
it?
Web box and box.
Web, box, and box.
It's like a grown-up juice box.
It's a grown-up juice box, yes. That's actually the best.
Best kind of juice.
Yeah, there you go, right there. The guys at TableStar Gamer are going to be showing us a secret game that they haven't shown anybody at all, is what I'm guessing, right?
This is the world premiere. ladies
World
and gentlemen.
premiere, everybody.
And it's about marijuana.
Uh,
It's called...
It's only legal in 2 states. And
Unless you have a meta card.
yeah, unless you have a medical card, yeah, that's the
It's called Mow and Grow.
yeah. Mow and Grow. That's actually a pretty cool name. I like
That's
that.
going to be the name of my dispensary.
Mow and Grow.
Yeah.
Wow. And they're gonna give us a little behind the scenes, a little BTS. But right now we have to do something very important. Do you know what that is, Mr. Webb?
Huh?
No. what
Thank you
is
for
it?
answering for Mr. Webb, though, Lareesa.
It's weird. It's like they have hive mind. They've
Yeah.
been sitting together this whole month since we've been doing the indie developer
I
thing. 'Cause
know.
You got to break it down. Why do we have all these indie developers?
So this month is a very special month. It's Indie Developer Game Month because at the 9th of April?
Yes.
2
That's
weeks.
right. 2 weeks. Oh my gosh,
Jeez,
it's coming up so fast.
It's so fast.
You can almost call it premature. But we're doing the indie game. What is it? I'm slipping on the name because the
The
premature threw me
Sacramento.
off.
Yeah, it
I
threw
swear
everybody
it
in
off.
his head.
It threw me off. Oh my gosh.
His girlfriend
Indie
last
Arcade.
night was
Wow.
like, "This is not cool." Aaron.
Indie Arcade, everybody. April 9th. It's going to be in West Sacramento. And
Born and raised.
It's going to
In
be
the playground is where we spend most of our days.
It's going to be a whole bunch of indie developers out there showing their stuff. We've had one on each weekend for the weekend show.
Yeah.
They've been showing their games. We've been giving them love. And I haven't been disappointed so far. Mow and Go, you're on the chopping block, guys. You're on the chopping
It's the
block.
first time for everything.
I'm just
Right here.
saying.
You can be disappointed at us.
I'm just saying. Do we have at least one more, or before the last one? We have
It's-
one more before the indie.
I believe so, which does
Indie
cut
Arcade.
into April, but I think we'll let it slide
Okay.
because the people at the Sacramento Indie Arcade have been so awesome.
I'm going to be taking over their Instagram coming up,
So many dick pics coming your way.
and get ready, guys.
So many.
I just found a new app called Boomerang.
Which makes your
No,
look
I can
crooked.
No, I can watch.
oh,
It's a right angle.
that's-
I can watch a whole bunch of old cartoons on it. That's all it is.
oh, is
Yeah.
that what you're going to be Instagramming?
Probably. We'll see. I
What
like the
What do you have in
Flintstones.
mind? Because when
don't
they
know,
said, "Do you
man.
want to take over the Instagram?" I said absolutely not.
Well, I got to do an introduction. I gotta let people know who I am. So it's gonna be a little quick 15-second introduction. EA is in Sacramento. They have a little branch out there. I might go egg their place. Say screw you, support indie. You know what I'm saying?
We can go fork their lawn.
Exactly. Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. They'll get Sir Aaron Carter's. That's who they'll get.
Okay.
So that's what we'll do. But enough said. Let's do some
Fire.
banging around the web.
Banging around the web.
I thought
You
we
guys
were gonna
wanna
prank
join
her.
her?
I
I
couldn't
knew
do
you were
it.
gonna do
I couldn't
that,
do it to
too.
her. I had
Wow.
to. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Another indie developer, little small indie company called Nintendo. They made a franchise. Nothing huge.
They did some stuff in
Pokemon.
things.
Oh God.
Yeah. Little
What's it
small.
called?
It's called Pokemon. You ever heard of it?
No.
Yeah, I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it. I mean,
What's a mon
very,
and how do you poke it?
with a stick, and it's I think Japanese for monster.
Yeah, actually, it's Pocket Monsters.
Really,
Yeah,
really didn't know that.
the
Fascinating.
more you know.
Wow,
Because they used to have the little Tamagotchis. Okay, never mind.
no way. Was this like during World War II?
Yep.
Did they have it in internment camps
How
when we
old
did
are
that? Pokemon. Okay, whatever. Pokemon Company reveals gameplay details about Pokemon Go. Are you guys ready for Pokemon Go?
Yes.
I was born ready for Pokemon Go.
But
I've
is
been
your
training my
phone
entire
ready?
life.
My phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, your phone.
I might have to upgrade it, but yeah, I'm totally ready for this.
Pokemon has a long, solid. Has a long, solid.
Oh man, be
Pause.
careful. Who writes these for you?
Exactly.
Jeez.
Who writes this stuff?
Premature,
I do.
and then now we're here. Is there
Explain.
something going on in your life we need to talk about,
The
Aaron?
Pokemon Company's upcoming Pokemon Go isn't a traditional Pokemon game, so don't get your old panties in a bunch. But it's bound to be the closest anyone's going to get to a Pokemon trainer in real life. You're going to have the augmented reality, of course, where you get to put your camera up to, like, I don't know, a beach or a park, and then Squirtle or Pikachu pops out, and you get to flick and throw the ball at them with your phone and look like a weirdo while everybody's staring at you.
I think it's called
Oh my
Tinder.
God, breaking and entering. It's gonna be so bad.
Swipe.
And
But
you
I'm
know what?
thinking alibi here.
No.
No, like
For
okay,
who?
for me,
Oh, okay.
or I mean, or anybody.
No, not me.
When your wife's like, "Why were you at that strip club?"
Oh, because
Oh my God!
there's
your
a-
mind is in
There was
there.
a Mewtwo in that strip
In
club.
the strip club.
It was a rare, one-time only event, and I had to
Wow.
be there at this specific time. Yeah.
So Pokemon are going to be, you're going to find them near their actual habitats.
Is that
So,
right?
Yes. So if you want a water type Pokemon, you got to find a body of water.
I have like a creek over there that I don't even think.
Get
Just
magic
we
carp
just
out
go
of
to
it.
the beach. Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah.
The Pokemon Company is developing Pokemon Go in collaboration with Niantic Inc., The company is specialized in augmented reality. The studio game Ingress provides a glimpse of what's ahead for the would-be trainers, though there are some key differences between the games. Let's see. As Ingress, players interact with virtual world using the Android or iOS device using your phone's GPS data. The game puts an overlay on top of the surroundings, transforming the real world. Did you ever play Ingress?
No.
Anybody in here?
Absolutely
No?
I downloaded it.
No? Yeah, I downloaded it too. Didn't play it. I opened up
I like
the
the
map.
idea.
Yeah. I like the idea of driving around your actual city and then having objectives like, oh, there's a mission over here.
While I'm driving? Or do I have to stop?
You have to stop, of course, and get out. But,
I mean,
Peter, you were at GDC. You said there was a lot of focus on VR. Did you notice augmented reality popping up in there too, or is it all VR over there?
You know, I saw a lot of cool VR stuff. I didn't see too much augmented reality, but I saw my first VR ad network. I'm like, that's what we need. We need to have ads in VR because that's going to pay for it.
Wow.
I heard about VR pornography because that, of course, will be...
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
The biggest
Oh, yeah.
seller.
the
What?
killer app.
it's
Yeah.
gonna be like the biggest thing.
Or the smallest, whatever
you're
you're
into.
into.
There was a guy who had a basketball and he had a VR goggles on and he was in a whole box that was all had sensors on it. And then in the same box with him was a guy with a motion capture suit, and he was the other basketball player. They were both big monsters, and he was throwing the basketball back and forth and doing baskets. And to the guy in the VR, it captured. He could see the whole thing he was in. He was in this set, but because there was a guy in there with a motion capture suit, he was doing flips and jumps, and it really married like the real world with the VR world that he was seeing. It was pretty amazing the way they put that all together.
And they were playing basketball, you said?
Yeah, they were throwing a basketball back and forth and shooting it. And I guess, the guy in the VR goggles, his avatar you didn't see. So he probably didn't look that good. But the other guy looked great. And he was doing all these flips and stuff and catching the ball. And the guy in the VR goggles was able to pass it to him, which meant the timing was good and all that. And it wasn't like hitting him upside the head and stuff.
So as opposed to real life, going out and just picking up a ball and tossing it around.
You never see the nerds play basketball so well.
Yeah,
they go out.
Strap on all
Come
this
on.
stuff.
I think you're forgetting,
Okay.
like, we're avoiding skin cancer. We
Oh
have
my
Oh,
god.
yeah.
we have more friends
Stop
online than we
it.
do in real life.
Just
Asthma,
stop
Yeah,
it.
we can be whatever
Wow.
we want online.
allergies.
Back to the story.
Well, there was some cool
You
other
don't have
stuff.
to
There
get
was like
dressed.
an archery
Wow.
app, and the guys had like nunchucks, and one was your bow, and
Now,
the
see,
other
that stuff
you'd
is
reach
pretty
behind
cool.
you
Yeah.
and pull out the arrow and shoot, and all these guys were shooting, and they had some really creative VR stuff going on. That was the thing. Like 2 years ago, it was all real money gambling. It was all gambling. Everybody at GBDC was talking about gambling, and this year it was definitely the VR year.
I think it's going to
Although
take
a lot
off,
of it
yeah.
isn't there yet. You look at it and it's like, this is not cool yet. I mean, you're just.
I don't think-
they're just not. The apps aren't there
A
yet.
lot of it seems like they just have demos
There's
and
a
stuff
lot of
like
demos,
that,
yeah.
and nobody's really gone full fledged. Oh, this is a 100% VR game, start to finish type of deal. But the Pokemon Go is all augmented reality. You're going to be staring through your screen, of course, the whole time. It's going to bring your real world into the Pokemon world. What else do they have on here? It says GPS coordinates, of course, to interact with them. A clever touch. Some Pokemon are only available in some locations depending on their type. For
Okay,
instance,
wait.
water-type creatures might only be located near ponds and bodies of water, like I said previously. Capture them by throwing Pokeballs. Players
So if
can
you light
join-
your house on fire, can you get special Pokemon?
That'd be
to come out
kinda
of
cool.
there?
That's it, you get
Pick them on
Charizard.
fire.
Your Honor, I was trying to get a Charizard to come out of my house.
Now,
It was
I'm
not
trying to
arson.
smoke them out.
if they could connect like the Google Glasses or something, so that you can wear them instead of like having your phone up here,
Oh,
like,
that would be just
like
dope.
a dork. You
Yeah.
just wear your glasses.
Yeah.
Which are equally dorky.
Yeah.
No, well, I already wear glasses, so it's like that's normal. I don't have to hold my phone over here.
It says players can join one of the 3 gyms and participate in large-scale battles. Some high-priority locations and landmarks are designated as gyms. So I guess like your local library or
What?
or your Starbucks.
Places that
Or
are
your
normally.
Starbucks.
Pikachu, I choose you.
I could just see like some 70-year-old librarian. For the last time, I'm not a Pokemon trainer.
My name is not Snorlax.
Like Edna, it says you are.
This is not a gym, it's a
Pull out your-
library.
Pull out your Raticate.
And then
let's
don't
go.
don't be tripping.
But I'm excited for it. There's no real hardcore date, of course, right now. It's in betas over in Japan, so get your tickets and move over there right now.
I
Yeah.
have 3 questions about Pokemon Go.
Okay, and I should have 3 answers.
Can you make your own gym?
No.
That's dumb. Where do you get Pokeballs from?
You have to buy them. There's probably microtransactions.
So that's going to be...
That's probably where it's going to be, yeah.
That'd be cool if they made like a virtual...
You go to the quick
Pokemon.
stop and they have like Pokemon.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta refill.
What about healing your Pokemon?
Healing your Pokemon?
You go to you stop by the hospital.
You just buy a new phone, which you can get at Verizon or
I see them just marketing the crap out of this.
They're probably going to, yes.
You could catch Pikachu with a birthday hat only at Target.
If they do some stuff like that, that'll be...
Come on, it's cheap. Nintendo. They need the money.
They don't need the money.
Oh, they need the money.
You know how popular... I just thought about all the little toys and everything outside of video games that Nintendo probably markets. And they probably sell a stupid amount of plush, Yoshis and Marios and, Links and all that type of stuff. So they're not hurting for cash. They're good. They own Japan.
They only make a certain percentage off of us retailers, though.
Yeah, but that's
Did
for
you think
video
about that,
games.
Aaron?
That's for video games. I was
No,
talking
we
about
sell
toys.
plushies, too.
Yeah, but you sell like 1 or 2 plushies in that store.
Dude, most of our
Three
entire store is just
max?
accessories and action figures and
Yeah, they don't have games anymore.
It's ridiculous.
It's just accessories.
It's just accessories.
Because you
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
download that stuff. When you download the plushie, you never forget it.
Yeah, there we go.
So
I might download the plushie.
For indie devs, how does this Pokemon Go thing? Like, do you look at it and you're like, oh, we could probably do something similar to that, or do you just think it's a tchotchke gimmick that's gonna fall off?
No, I mean, I think with Pokemon, it's real and it's gonna work because it's already a huge thing and it has a lot of brand, equity that goes along with it. For indie devs, they have to build a following, and that's usually the problem with most indie devs is no one knows anything about them or what they're doing unless
they're here.
The dev team is
Yeah.
getting built up by some guy who left some other game company and starting their own thing because it's awesome. And so something huge like that, we can do something with augmented reality. And I think it's probably doable, but to get so many people to be into it and play it, unless you just become viral, I don't know. Until this thing comes out, though, I have a couple rabbits. Anyone has a dog or
There it
something,
is.
we can just send them in a pen.
Called Michael Vick
my dog
Fights.
loves
Michael Vick Fights.
Yeah, Michael Vick, 2016, everybody. There you go. Corey, you're a rock fan, correct?
I do. I love all sorts of rocks.
You dabble in the
Arrowheads are good rocks.
Yes.
Pangea are good rocks. Is that even a rock?
I don't even think
That's
that's...
a planet. That's from
Is that the
Avatar.
planet?
You lost it at Arrowhead.
Damn it.
How much would you pay for every single song in Rock Band 4?
Well, you lost me at Rock Band 4.
Or I mean, like the whole
$0.
franchise. The whole franchise. You got Rock Band
Okay.
4. Every single franchise or every single
Okay.
Rock Band that came out previously. All the songs, all the DLC,
including the game, or just everything.
everything.
$59.99.
$59.99. Web
99 cents.
99 cents.
I have the internet.
Lareesa.
She's gonna torrent it.
Internet.
No, not to listen to play on your Rock Band 4.
Internet.
Okay, you're done. Jeez. Have you never played?
The views of
Yeah,
Lareesa,
I know, right?
Band.
moral code do not apply to the rest of the people you see on this
And
panel
she's
today.
never watched The Price is Right, clearly.
It's $79 today, but next week it'll be $19.
Exactly. Every single Rock Band song and DLC or whatever is going to be on Rock Band 4 for a small price of $2,500.
No. Are you kidding me?
Unlike other platforms that have access to most every song in the franchise, Rock Band 4 for the PC comes with no previous DLC content. As such, Harmonix has added an additional tier to the fan-funded campaign that would give backers at the level of every single song in Rock Band DLC library. The only hitch, it's going to cost you a whopping $2,500.
If it was 2,000, then maybe, but 2,500.
I know, 20. That's pushing it.
That's just-
That's a little pushing it.
Hey, those ABBA songs are not going to play themselves.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know. Like, here's the thing. I've had the Rock Bands
That was
for the
good.
360, and then I ended up getting the new Rock Band for PS4. My accounts are the same, linked to the same email address, everything. I emailed Harmonix and was like, is there any way I can transfer all of my purchases from the 360 to my new PS4 version of the game?
Please tell me they emailed you back saying, don't talk to us.
They emailed me back saying, sorry, we can't. And I was like, all right, there goes my game. Bye.
So this is for, it says it's still way cheaper than the alternative of shelling out $2 a song for each individual song, because apparently there's 2,000 songs. So, I mean,
There's a lot of music.
that's 4 G's, people.
Yeah.
So you guys are getting a discount. I don't know what you're complaining about. You're going to get sweet jams like I never played the game, so I actually have no idea what songs.
They have a lot of Metallica on there. They have Marilyn Manson's on there. They have what else?
Yeah,
But
I mean,
all that there is only like 50 tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that's only still $100.
And who's playing 2,000 songs on this game?
You know, there's one guy.
Yeah.
There's
He's
one guy.
He's a metal
One
god
guy.
in his own house.
And he's just ripping it up. Huh?
Wears
Shredding.
leather pants to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Maybe it's for
that's-
like the karaoke bar that has to have every song.
Okay, I can see that going down.
So there's 10 people
There you go.
that'll buy this.
Rock Band 4, of course, everybody came out with kind of a whimper more than a bang. Everybody was excited for Rock Band, 10 years ago? Is that as far as back when it came out?
You know what? Almost.
Yeah.
Almost,
We're
yeah.
old people.
Because 2007, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're getting up there. We're getting up there. But I don't know. I'm passing. I only put this on here because you guys are rock fans. You know, whenever we get,
We're rock fans, but that doesn't mean we're stupid.
I mean, tomato. You know.
Yeah.
TwitchCon, everybody. You guys went to TwitchCon last year. David Webb, our
Yep.
very own David Webb, and Cory Vincent went to TwitchCon, and they had a ball of a time. Well, TwitchCon wants to know, what do you want to see at TwitchCon for 2016? Ooh, that's a tough one, right?
Live streams.
They've already moved the venue down to San Diego, a whale's vagina, if you didn't know what that meant. And yeah, it's a thing. So,
Saint Continue.
And so now they want to know, what can we include in this TwitchCon to make it that much better than the last one? It's a bigger venue, so that means they're going to have more acts there, of course. Deadmau5 is probably going to be there. Kanye, he's showing up. He's
'Cause
going to be
he's
streaming
broke.
stuff.
Because he's gonna be lost.
And what do you want to see from there, Webb?
I want way more vendors, more just more of everything. Last year it was so small they didn't need a bigger location. They needed to
they're
fill the
going in.
location that they had.
Well, I think, let's see, if we can get Bob Ross to get there somehow, I don't know, it's going to be tough, him being dead and all. But he's a very
But
big
if we
streamer.
could-
He is big on Twitch.
Yeah, he's
actually.
big on Twitch. Like,
Yeah.
everybody likes watching Bob Ross on Twitch.
Right.
If we can get that same excitement.
We have the technology.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Holograms.
Hologram
All
Bob
holograms.
Ross.
Boom.
Oh, yeah, I'm there.
We're at Tupac him.
Stop
Yeah,
wasting
Tupac.
time hologramming Tupac and Michael Jackson.
Little Sebastian.
Little Sebastian. Oh, man.
And then Bob Ross.
Oh, my
so-
God. I'd be there in a heartbeat if Little Sebastian was there. You have no idea.
You
Corey,
can have
what-
some of
Pratt
the big
Gamers
Twitch
here, too.
streamers,
Some
like
what?
do a live stream.
Well,
They
see,
did a
here's the
lot of
thing.
that.
They do.
They did a
Bigger
lot of
Yeah,
that.
because I would
Did
think
they?
they would do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Twitch. Don't get me wrong before I'm about to insult the crap
They
out
had
of it.
Twitch pods, is what it was. They had these little Twitch pods where you could reserve time, and you'd go there and sit in the pod, and you can do your stream live. You type in your account information, and you're doing your show live from there.
But here's the thing, Corey. How many people you watch Twitch a lot, right, Lareesa? And I want to know how many people would be on the same thing of I want to go and see this person live play a video game as opposed to just me sitting in my underwear at home and watching them play a video game.
Well, you get to meet them in person,
But
and
do
if
you
they
want to?
if they instead of just gaming and streaming, they interact with the crowd, or you know what I mean?
The TV personalities or the internet personalities, yes.
Yeah.
I
I wasn't thinking of the actual people who are just gaming, and that's
the
all they're
artists. Well, that's the big ones on Twitch. I mean, if you look at whatever the most popular ones are, they're usually the League of Legends players and stuff like that, and they're the ones that people go to either watch and learn how to play. I can pick up strategies, or they're very entertaining because they're very good at the game, and I don't know if that translates well
to a live show. And the thing is, a lot of these Twitch people are kind of idiots. Like, we've
Wow.
met Twitch celebrities. I'm
But I
sorry.
was
I'm
gonna
a
insult them, but I
shots
was.
fired. But come on, man. These are just regular old people who play video games, and they get a following. Usually they're really into games, so they're not that social.
Yeah.
So on their little stream in the privacy of their own home, in their little e-fame world, they're, a big deal. You take those guys and put them into a convention setting, I couldn't tell one Twitch streamer from the next in
I
person.
couldn't either. Yeah.
And I know that they weren't going to put on a riveting live show. Like, they don't have good personalities.
And then it's not like as if you're watching
It's not Video Game
sports
Bang.
fans in here. We got sports fans in here.
Yeah.
So your favorite team, sir?
49ers.
49ers. So
Okay.
if Kaepernick, you watch him, week in, week out during the season, you're, amazed by his stuff. And then you go to a game and you see him live and you're like, that's the real deal. He put in work. he's turning out the results. These are 100% lies because Kaepernick is garbage. But
so much potential.
But
where did it all go?
But it's like I'm not going to see that same type of. I'm not going to really get excited for a guy clicking really fast.
The difference is when you see them live, they're about this big. They're about a half-inch tall.
Yeah, they're a half-inch tall, but you know that down there, that guy is
he's running fast.
Monster. Yeah, he's running fast. And somebody playing League very well, you watch them live, you can get that same experience at home that you would live.
You'll probably end up watching a screen above them, too.
And yeah, you're probably going to be watching a screen above them. You're not even watching them.
You're going to be so far away from them, you're going to be watching the screen.
Here's where I could see it working, is watching like live esports. Yeah. Maybe if they did that. If they had like, team Alpha Cloud versus team
Dignitas.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what I'm going with.
Sure. Yeah, whatever they dumb name, Dorito Monsters, whatever they call their teams.
Okay.
Maybe people would pay to see that.
It says there will be a area of the con called Music Garden for Twitch artists, and they can show off special guest DJs and stuff like that. Any acts you want to see there, guys? Like any musical acts?
Well, they had Darude, so what else the hell are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, they said last year was Deadmau 5 or Dead Mouse, whatever you call that guy with the rat head.
Dead Mouse.
And
Deadmau 5.
Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse was there and Darude.
Okay, so
Ja Rule.
No, Ja Rule. You want to bring back Ja Rule?
Ja Rule was there.
Yeah.
We asked him about Fast
He's
and Furious.
not doing anything. Might as well be there.
He's not racing.
Yeah. A handful of partner broadcasts will be there, of course. I don't know. It's September 30th to October the 2nd, and
too far away.
It seems like I don't know. I don't get the idea. What's the purpose behind TwitchCon?
That was the thing. A lot of people at TwitchCon didn't know what the purpose of it was. We got to hang out with some dudes from BioWare for a while. They were showing us the Star Wars game and the latest expansion. And afterwards, I got to talk to the dude for a little while, and he was like, "Dude, I don't know why we're here. Like, people are not really into the game. Usually, we're swarmed at these conventions of people wanting to play, but right now, it's dead. Like, it's a whole different crowd." But then on the other side, we went to the Skype booth and the XSplit booth. And they were like, "Dude, this is the best con ever. We never get this much attention. No one comes to us."
Wow.
And here, they're rock stars. So it's still very much finding its identity.
It's in its infancy,
But putting it in a bigger venue, to me, is ridiculous.
They've already done it.
Stupid.
So it's no going back. That's probably why they're asking everybody, "Hey, what do you guys want to see here?" Which is just strange. You should know what you want at your own con, right?
Yeah.
I think it was just a giant entity that blew up. Twitch is huge. Millions upon millions of people use it. And they were like, "Well, we got to have a con now." So, what are they saying in chat? We've been ignoring the chat. What's going on?
TwitchCon is where you start and organize fighting rings in the public bathrooms.
Oh, there you go.
The first rule is we don't talk about it, so he's out.
Second rule is you
stream
everything.
It. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
On Periscope.
Yeah.
Not on Twitch.
That's horrible. Anything else going on? Because we got two.
I think someone
indie
said
game
I have
developers.
pepperoni nipples.
Yes.
Which, do you have X-ray vision? Is this Superman in
That's
here?
horrible. Speaking of Superman, indie developers, let's ask you guys about that. Have you guys watched the Batman vs Superman yet?
No.
Do you plan on it?
Eventually, someday, maybe.
Let me save you $10.
Oh.
I haven't watched the movie at all.
Yeah, no, why are you the
Where can I
authority
see it
on
for?
this?
Where can I go for $10?
On a Tuesday.
You can go watch the Deadpool movie. That's where you can go for $10. No, I haven't watched it. You're right, Corey. I have not watched it, but I have been watching reviews and reading reviews.
That doesn't count.
All today.
It could be the worst movie, but
No, that's
until
fine.
you see it, you can't talk about
That's
it.
fine. I've been looking at nothing but spoiler reviews. Like
Still, you
hands
can't.
down. And do you know what I've gathered from all these spoiler reviews?
Nothing, because
terrible
your
movie.
opinion is probably the same as it was before it came out.
Exactly. It's terrible, everybody. It's a terrible
Don't
movie.
listen to
before,
Aaron.
it's a
Go
terrible
and
movie
judge it for
after.
yourself. It's a fun
No, don't
thing
give me that.
to
You know
do.
what? What's the Zootopia? Is that out?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a
Go
fun
watch
thing
that.
to do.
That's a fun thing to do. I'd rather see Zootopia than Batman. And Batman is my favorite superhero. I don't understand. I really don't understand how you can get the simplest of characters wrong.
Maybe they used Thomas Wayne instead of Bruce Wayne.
No, they didn't do that.
I just watched that Flashpoint
Yeah.
Paradox.
Flashpoint, it's a good.
You know
good
when
show,
Webb
though.
sees something because then he all of a sudden knows things.
Yep.
Like when he does it, usually it's just nonsense coming out of Webb's mouth, and then once he comes out with
50-50.
something, you go like, "Hold on, You've just been studying, haven't you?
Bam.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This movie, and
Thomas
I just
Wayne.
I just caught up with one Laura Rodriguez. You guys remember her from episode 3,
Yeah.
way back in the day.
We hang out together too much.
And wow, what? Don't be jealous, Lareesa. Don't
He's
be
describing you. You're describing him. It's like we know each other or something.
jealous. And she was saying, "Hey, we should go watch the Batman versus Superman movie." And I told her, quite frankly, I would not pay to not watch it or to watch it. I'm not paying anything at all. So if she takes me, I still wouldn't go. That's just how it is. I'm going to boycott it. I might get some signs out in front of Regal. Yeah, that might have to happen.
It's not Regal's fault.
It is Regal's fault.
It's not.
They're enablers.
They're just trying to make money.
They are.
What about Cinemark?
I don't. Nobody goes there.
No.
Who? That's what that is.
United Artists?
Yeah.
No, it's just Regal.
It's all
Okay.
Regal's fault.
All right, we're hitting the last quarter of the show where we got to we're gonna do a little Q&A internet session here with
Ooh,
our game
sweet.
developers. Since we do have these awesome, talented developers here, what's awesome here is that indie developers don't necessarily get to do this for a living, which is pretty awesome that they do it anyways. Where are you guys full-time game developers, or do you have like 9 to 5s and this is what you do for fun?
You can tell.
I can talk. We're looking at
Right
each
into the
other.
microphone there.
So
too.
I do this full time, and I supplement it with web development gigs and all kinds of stuff like that. But it's been tight. Thank God my wife has a good job.
Oh wow!
Ah.
So
She's
there you
got
go.
the health
Okay.
insurance and
Ah,
the steady
okay.
paycheck and all that.
So if
but
you
when
want-
it comes
yeah.
in, the money's good when you get a good gig. But it's hard to find them.
Now, do you see
know.
yourself always wanting to be the indie, or do you want to find a big Activision or?
I like making my own games. This has been a lot of fun, and this is the third title that I'm really putting together. And it's really great to be in charge and just do what you want. If you work for a game company, you don't work on the thing you want to work on. You work on the thing
Well,
that's
yeah.
making money, or you got to go over here and add these features over here, and you don't get to choose that.
What if-
So the great thing about this is like we're doing what we want.
That's awesome.
And the beautiful thing with game development is really there's no limits of what you could do. You're like, we want to have a possum cannon. It's going to shoot possums out. They're going to attack you. They're like, okay, yeah, let's do that.
Why hasn't that been done in games yet?
I don't know.
Get on that web. Possum
I
cannon.
think they're already on it, Aaron.
Yeah.
I think they
Yeah,
got the
we're
jump.
doing it.
John
okay.
just made it.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful. But I did web development before this, and it was always like, oh, we can't do that. Oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't work on the web. But now with this, there's really no limits. It's whatever you can think of.
I know for sure. Full disclosure here, ladies and gentlemen. I happen to be very good personal friends with Mr. Jonathan Nate Camacho over here.
He said, "Wait."
And it's so fact I know all of his names.
Just saying.
Yeah.
He has the best names. No,
I have so many names.
we play music together, and so I bug him all the time about development. And in fact, when they told me the name of your game, I was like, oh shoot, I know a lot about this game already. I think because I just always want to know more
Whoops.
about it.
Sorry, guys.
But you got your start doing like mods, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I've always for 8 years I've actually just been working full time as a manager for a catering company. That's my day job. That's what brings the money. But on the side and through college and just on late nights and stuff is just working on mods for mostly with the Bethesda games.
Yeah.
So Oblivion, Fallout New Vegas, and then I started a mod in Skyrim that just kind of fell through. But that's really what got me interested in the beginning because compared to making something from scratch, it's something that's working really well, and you can just say, "Oh, I want to put some new weapons in. I want to put some new armor, or let's do a different storyline, and I get to make monsters and stuff." And that was fun for me.
Well, in New Vegas, the one of the mods you had your name a part of actually took off. Like it's one of the more predominant ones. What was the name
so
of
that
it?
was called Beyond Boulder Dome. It's basically is a huge area expansion that basically you ported over to Boulder, Colorado, instead of being in the Mojave Desert, and there's this ginormous mod. And I made a few assets, but my part was pretty small compared to like the huge team that we actually had in development. But that's where I got my start, and compared to Peter here, I actually I like the idea of it being part of a really big organization.
You want that safety net?
I do. I like things predictable in my life. I like
Yeah.
people telling me what to do sometimes. It's just easier that way. It's just easier that way.
Slow
you
down,
know?
man.
And, And if they want to throw money at me at the same time,
yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Well, how does
it's kind of a Civil War thing there going on, isn't it?
Well, I mean, everybody has their own things. Like, Peter is the boss. He gets to kind of set the schedule. Even though Nate's an indie developer right now with an indie title, he's still, being told what to do, and he's doing, what he does in hopes of getting picked up by bigger companies, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And, I think that's pretty, important to any team is that there's some people who want to, who fall into place and a hierarchy gets built and things get done. If everyone wants to be at the top and you have conflicting ideas, then nothing gets done because people have such a hard time compromising to actually move things forward. I don't know.
I don't really want to be at the top.
You don't want to be at the top?
I just want to make beautiful stuff. And everybody keeps looking at me like, what are we going to do now? And I'm like, okay, well, let's do this.
Where do your your ideas come from then?
From someone else?
I don't know. This is some silly stuff, this Mow and Go racing. This is just like hillbillies and lawnmowers and opossums and flamingos. Where does that stuff come from? I don't know.
No,
definitely that.
I mean,
I like it.
It's like Shigeru Miyamoto when he said he was making Legend of Zelda. It was all from his childhood of him exploring random caves in the woods in his backyard as a kid, like we all have when we were kids.
Yeah, I was gonna say he lived in some magical dream with a waterfall and a lion comes and talks to him.
I'm sure he had friends and they went back and forth with their ideas, and he was like, "Oh, I love that idea."
Come on,
a talking tiger met him in a waterfall and said, "Plumbers."
He found some mushrooms, and then everything came to life.
And then just turned around and walked away.
Your future is plumbers, and just walked away.
Yep.
Exactly. Here's a plunger. Go do something with that. But I mean, I don't know. I'm always interested in where game developers get that spark from. Like they're just, one day they just wake up in a cold sweat and they're like, oh.
Well, the thing is, lawnmower racing was just this nutty idea, and it actually came from another guy who bailed from our group. But he was great. He had this idea, and after that, it just took off. Because as soon as you start with lawnmower racing, all these crazy possibilities open up. Because what are we doing? You're racing lawnmowers.
Do you look at other wacky type of racing games, like the Mario Karts or the Diddy Kong racings, and try to see what they kind of
there was a lot of references that we did pull from all the other racing games, Crash Bandicoot racing, stuff like that. And you just, or there's not a lot of hillbilly themed games in general, but there's enough out there for you to really just start piecing things together and make it cohesive. And I think a lot of times, and at least what makes sense to me, is that you try to find some kind of order to something that sounds so crazy, because otherwise you just can get lost in this kind of chaotic space where anything can happen. Nothing gets done, or you can't do anything when anything can happen. You need walls, you need a road, you need a direction. If you're thrown into space or a white room with nothing else, most people get stunted by that. They don't know what to put on those walls. They don't know where to start. And so, a seed of an idea really just seeds a framework.
The other thing about this is in my day job, which is at night usually, I'm working on a fantasy RPG game. And it's the same heroes and dragons and monsters as all that same stuff. And it's beautiful, and the art's from Concept Art House. It looks great. But it's really all that same stuff. You look at it going, what is special about this game? I don't know, because it's just another fantasy battler. And this game is special. I mean, this game doesn't look like anything, and really doesn't look like anything yet either. I mean,
you guys ever think about, it's tractor racing. You ever think about, looking out to, some sponsors, branding, like John Deere, get them in there. They get their own special tractor or something like that.
John Deere DLC.
Sure,
yeah, some John Deere.
That's
Trust
right.
me, that'll
We
get
did
somebody
talk
into
about
it.
We talked about it. We're pretty silly though, so I don't know if they're buttoned up. They might not go.
Oh, they have Farm Simulator that they attach their names
dude.
to. Yeah,
Larry the Cable Guy DLC.
Oh yeah, there we go.
that's closer. Duck Dynasty. Here we go.
Yeah.
So, we got the Indie Arcade coming up, and we're gonna just be seeing this one game there, or do you guys have multiple games?
There's another game we did last year that was like a crazy tapping game called Idle Outbreak, and I'll have that one there too. But it's funny. You do the game, you finish it, and then I don't want to work on it anymore. It's like we could have done another version. We could have, we learned a lot, and we talked about doing more. It's like, I want to move on. I want to do something new. So I don't know. Maybe this will stick around longer. Sometimes that, for me, the inspiration is most of the fun. You have this idea, you're like, oh, I want to do this thing, and you get at it, you attack it, and after a year, you're kind of tired of it. And unless it's really good, you're done. So for the game we did last year, I was pretty much done after a year. This game, we've been doing this for a year, which is kind of amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And we all decided we're going to do another year, right, John?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like,
well, it
Got one
depends.
more.
It's if people seem interested.
Yeah, it depends on the response.
If there's no response and it's just dead, then let's just cut our losses and do something else. I mean, at least we know now we have people who are reliable, and that's pretty important too.
And it seems like the hardest thing is actually doing it. Like, just creating it, seeing it to completion, whether you decide to make another one, is got to be the hardest part.
Finishing
because
is hard. There's so many starts that it's hard to finish.
Yep.
Is there a dream job, or not dream job, a dream project?
Oh.
That, like, I know it's really ambitious, but...
Budget? No budget?
No, I love tower defense games.
Okay.
So if I was going to do the game I really wanted to do, it would be one of them.
Whoa. John, your rebuttal?
You know what? I really like MMOs. I'm a super addictive personality, so if I play them, I get super stuck in them. I just want to keep playing them, but you know, so I don't play them. I mean, that's why I have time to actually do things.
So I've known, like I said, we've been friends for a long time. He doesn't play too many games. Every time I'm like, "Have you played this?" He's like, "No, man, I'm making my own stuff, or I'm working on this for that." And then he came to me one time. He's like, "I'm playing a game, man. Star Wars Galaxies."
Yeah, it's from like 2003, and I was
20 years after the fact.
I was so stuck on it. I loved it so much.
But
it was like my job.
But exactly, like I'd come in and be like, "So you having fun?" He's like, I don't know. I'm really working on building these machines so I could sell them to this economy." And he's all business-like.
So he just
like,
lost his
he
entire
lost
life
his
inside
mind
this universe.
in this universe, and it was like his
Wow.
second job.
Jeez. Well, I mean,
you have the app on your phone for
that's
the
what
auction house to
MMOs do.
see.
I wish I did.
That's what MMOs do to certain
Yeah.
people. I mean, they draw you in. Like,
It completely made sense
they'll
to me
take
now
you
why
in.
he doesn't play more games, because he was into this. I tried to get in.
I dive into it so much. I go on the forums. I look up. I make charts for myself.
Good Lord.
Just to make sure that I have all enough resources, things like that. It's just terrible. I was a droid engineer, right?
You were a
so
junkie. That's what
that was
it
real
sounds like
important.
you were.
But yeah, I was a junkie. So, but I like that kind of game. I like the whole world that you can create, and I like the ability to keep creating content for the same thing, the same world that can engage people.
Did you see anything or read anything on the EverQuest Next?
No, I have not.
No, that was supposed to be the big one, and it's pretty sad that one fell through, and just dropped out. If you're hearing that music, that means we're winding down. I know the two over here to my right can't hear that music. They have
hear it.
no idea what's
I'm in the
going
Matrix.
on
I
right
hear
now.
everything.
That means we're getting towards the end of the podcast. If you are not here every Saturday night at about 9 o'clock, you are missing out on tremendous fun. Twitch.tv/videogame_bang is the URL. You can hit that up and come see our beautiful faces live in person. TwitchCon, we should be there. We should have a giant booth there, right? No? Yeah?
I don't know about a giant booth. I mean, it's going to be a normal size.
We're gonna have the whole floor is gonna be
50%
our
of the
booth.
con
It's a normal size
should
human
be-
booth. We're going to have cosplayer Macy Rose dressed
You know, I said
as-
Twitch.com, right?
Not TwitchCon.
Yeah, I said
He's
Twitch.
talking about TwitchCon.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
talking about TwitchCon.
I tune you out.
That's
Sorry.
terrible.
Continue.
At Indie Arcade, we are going to have a booth, though. We're going to have Macy Rose there. She's going to be doing her thing. Is she going to do a new cosplay? Little secret one?
I do not know what she has in mind.
She should come in like a
Everything
giant
she does
trench
is
coat.
amazing, though. So
Yeah.
you will enjoy. She will be selling her prints there.
Oh, selling a prince. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. My head was someplace else.
Yeah, I
About
can
what.
tell.
Yeah, we're going to be there. The guys from... Excuse me. Sheesh, I don't know what's going on with me all of a sudden.
Allergies.
Yeah, I think it is. John and Pete will be there, of course, showing off 2 games, not just one. You guys trying to show everybody else up? Is that what you're trying to do?
That's right.
Where can people learn more about
where
your
can we-
studio and Mow and Grow?
TableStarGames.com. TableStarGames.com.
TableStar Games.
Which we don't have any Mow and Grow on there because it's secret until right now.
Yeah,
So-
when we show them on the
we'll put that
Twitch,
on
yeah.
there in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so people listening are wondering, why are you guys stopping at 45 minutes? Well, it's
Because we go a little bit longer on twitch.tv and videogame_bang, everybody. You can check it out live. We're going to be showing the game off.
world premiere.
We're going to do a versus. Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah.
A little competition between Cory and the man himself.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
go
Cory has no chance.
I was sandbagging it earlier.
Yeah, I don't think you were.
I am the best kart player.
I don't think you
I've won so many kart games.
Don't forget to hit up patreon.com to become a patron because you want to get that that one-on-one with Webb, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That box of wine.
With Webb and
Box
Lareesa.
wine.
That sweet box of wine.
An Xbox.
I've never had boxes of wine.
Boxes
should.
of wine.
It means
Have you
you're not
had
an
box of
alcoholic.
wine?
Yeah.
I've only had one. Yeah,
I have
there it
boxes
is.
of wine.
What else? We got Corsair Gaming, of course. We got to wrap them out. We
Patreon.com.
got. I just literally just said that.
I'm so good at tuning you out.
That's terrible.
Oh,
I'm the
yeah.
best tuner
Thanks for
ever.
listening, everybody. For Jonathan, Pete, Corey, Lareesa, the real David Webb, I am Sir Aaron Carter saying, if you're not here, then you should be.
Yeah.